All right, good day, yogis. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment. The handle is Simha Yoga Lab. 4-digit ID code for verification, if you're prompted for it, is 8096. Online classes are $10. If you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos have been uploaded to my YouTube channel, Simha Yoga Lab. Visit any of those platforms for classes anytime, 24/7. Today's class is basics. It is a level 1 fundamentals ABC class. So if you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations or injuries, right, please be mindful not to overexert yourself. Modify as you need if you know how to, or skip poses altogether. If your hips are tight, please elevate and sit up on a block, a blanket, or a book. All right, so elevation makes the seated position a lot more comfortable. Please sitting up tall, palms face up. Let the mind start to quiet as you settle into your seat. Let your inhales even out with your exhales. Three arms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call or response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarvavishtan, Sarvavishtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yahasmari, Yahasmari, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Vihyandraha, Vihyandraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes, palms face up, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Take the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And then the chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back, opposite side, roll the center. A few more rounds in that same direction. Take the chin back to center and pause. Take it the opposite direction. Come back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and lift your spine, coming off your blocks, and extend the legs forward, separating the feet. Hands are supporting to either side, and turn your toes toward each other, and then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in, take out a rotation circle. Back to center, switch them around in a rotation. Come back to center again. Cross your shins. Opposite shin on palm. Raise the arms up high. Extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Back to center, arms up. Exhale, other side. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take back up, other side. Center again, legs forward, forward fold. How's the temperature for you guys? Is it too much wind blowing? It's okay? Okay? Okay. You're good, okay. Because I felt like a lot of wind coming in. I just wasn't sure if you guys are teaching. Okay, good. All right, coming back up, swing the legs back behind you, down dog, and start to pedal out the legs, walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior one. Ground the back heel down, arms up high. Reach the arms forward. Take the right hand to your left shoulder, left arm underneath, and then walk your hands in toward the center line. So walking your hands across the upper back, and then press your fingers into the flesh of the upper back and pull the flesh away from the center line. So you're broadening the back. And then take that into back bend by lifting upwards. Good. Come back to neutral on the exhale. Draw the elbows toward the ribs and then round the upper back, chin toward the chest. Inhale, release. Come back up. Take the hands. Hook your thumbs. Reach up and lean slightly back with a back bend. And pull the thumbs actively apart so your arms are activated. Shoulders are activated. Right, so make note of which thumb is on top. This is your dominant side. Come back to vertical, release, and open it up for warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, right hand inside the foot, or modifying with the arm to the leg, left arm reaching up. And do straight up. Left arm straight up, yeah. Inhale, come back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, and lower all the way down to the belly. Keep the hands alongside the rib cage. Draw the elbows back so you're broadening the front of the chest. On the inhale, lift up, baby cobra. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Cobra pose, you can always keep your elbows slightly bent. If you have the back bend to fully extend, take that for another 3, 2, 1. Bend the elbows to release all the way down. Child's pose. Take the seat toward the heels and fold forward. And then make your way up to a kneeling position. Take the hands and interlace your hands. A kneeling position, yeah. Take your hands, interlace them, and then do a figure 8 with your wrist. With your wrist, plural. Come back to center, reverse your figure 8. This is kind of confusing, isn't it? It's like weird. Everybody takes a regular figure 8, dominant side, no problem. Reverse it, and you're like, what? All right, come back to center. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, round the spine. Inhale, lift, and take that into a slight back bend. Come back to neutral, release your hands. Wrap the hands back behind you. Broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles slightly back, lift the chest up. How's that one, Rebecca? Is okay? Okay. If you, when you feel discomfort, let me know right away so that I know how to address it, okay? And start to release. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. Reach your arms forward. This time, left hand to your right shoulder, right hand on the underside. Walk your fingers toward the midline. Press your fingers into the flesh of the upper back and pull the flesh apart, and then lift up, low back bend. Come back to vertical and around the mid and upper back, elbows toward the ribs as you fold inwards. Release, come back up to neutral, releasing hands. Hands together and interlace with the other thumb on top. Reach palms, it's a hooking of the thumbs, my fault. Hook with the other thumb on top. Reach forward, up, pull the hands apart, and lean it back for back bend. Come back up to vertical, release, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse, warrior. Exhale, side angle. Hand to the floor or elbow to the knee. Right arm reaching up, side angle. Inhale, take it all the way back up, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, and then lower all the way down to the belly. Again, hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. 3 progressive cobras. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher, fullest extension, and holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down, and then child's pose. Feet toward the heels, and fold forward. So it's when your arms are extending forward. Okay. Or extending overhead. All right, start to come back up. Sitting on your, kneeling on your shins. This time, when you interlace, take the non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Go reverse first. Think about what is the natural way. Go the opposite way first. And come back to center and go the natural dominant way. Everyone is already so much more natural in the movement. All right, come back to center. Press forward and round the spine. Now come up and lift. How's that one? So it's when you're down and reaching forward like this. Interesting. I was expecting this one to be kind of tricky for you. All right, release, wrap the hands back behind you. Think about the non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles back, lift the chest. Release, walk your hands forward, down dog. Inhale, right heel up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Extend the right foot back up, step it forward. Warrior one. Left hand to catch your right wrist, extend and side bend left. Take it back to center, switch hands, extend, side bend right. Back to center, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace, lift up, gaze up. Bow forward, devotional. Take it back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle pose. Right hand forward to the top of the shin or to the floor, left arm reaching up. Inhale, come all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Lower the knees down, and then pick up your feet. Right, I'll give you guys a side view here. 3 push-ups here. Bend the elbows and lift. Bend the elbows and lift. Bend the elbows. Lift. Release your feet and lift up for up dog. Exhale, roll it back, down dog. Inhale, left heel up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Extend the left foot back up, step it forward, warrior one. Right hand to catch your left wrist, extend, side bend to the right. Take it back to center, re-extend, side bend to your left. And all of those are still okay? Yeah, because you're pulling on it. Okay. So maybe don't pull so hard on it, right? Or you can just keep it slightly bent and just kind of go into the side bend from the ribs and your spine versus pulling. All right, coming back up, wrap the hands right behind you. Take the opposite thumb on top, broaden your chest, lift up, gaze upwards. Bow forward, devotional. Take back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Tip the right hip back, left hand forward, left hand to top of the shin or to the floor, right arm straight up. Inhale, take it all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back. Plank pose, take the knees down, lift your feet. 3 push-ups again. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back up. Release your feet. Lift the thighs. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. And what about those push-ups? They were okay. Or you felt okay? Okay. Inhale, right heel up. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Reach your arms forward. Right hand to your left shoulder. Left hand to your right elbow and gently pulling here. Release. Wrap the right arm back behind you. Reach your left arm forward and twist to the right. Lean it forward. Left elbow to the right knee and twist deeper. And it's a modification for those of you where the elbow touching the knee is difficult. You can always take it a little bit higher. All right, inhale, come all the way back up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Let's go first with the side angle, left arm straight up. So let's everyone check this. I want you to take a look at the relationship of your right arm, right shoulder, stacking, left shoulder, Left arm straight up. So think about one straight line from the right fingertips all the way up through the left. So your left arm is not drawing back, which is overstretching the front of the shoulder, but straight up instead, which is much more neutral. Left palm to face down and reach forward. So Rebecca, it's the other arm. Actually, the modification, if your shoulders are hurting here with the arm overhead or if your shoulders are tight, is to reach your arm out to the side instead. So that reduced angle makes it a lot more accessible. All right, inhale, come up, reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg. Extended triangle. So let's go into regular triangle first. So right hand to top of the shin or to the floor, left arm straight up. Check that the left arm, the left hand lines up with your shoulder. Your left shoulder lines up with your right shoulder, straight up. Looking good. Extend it, left palm to face down and reach forward. Inhale, take it all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Either stay here in plank or take a push-up. Inhale, one breath, exhale, chaturanga. And then inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. All right, so if putting pressure into your shoulders by taking a push-up is too much, right? You can stay in your plank. That will help you to stabilize but still strengthen without the stress of the push-up. And then just come into an up dog. All right, inhale, left heel up to sky, three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. Reach your arms forward, left hand to your right shoulder, right hand to your left elbow, and then gently pulling here, stretching the left shoulder. Release, come back to center, wrap the left arm back behind you, right arm reaching forward, and twist to your left. Then lean forward, take the right elbow to outside the left knee and twist deeper. So if elbow to the knee in this twisted lunge is too deep, you can elevate and take it a little higher. Use the hand to the outer leg instead and still maintain your twist. Inhale, all the way back up and around, warrior two. So think about this relationship that's happening right here. In your warrior two, everything is lined up, right? The back arm is not behind you, right? It's not on top of you. It is straight. So you're going to think about maintaining this relationship. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle first. Left hand to the floor, stack your left shoulder over your left twist. Right shoulder over left shoulder, right arm straight up. So you can see that relationship, right? Straight up. And then extend it. Right palm to face down and reach it forward. One straight line, or looking for that one straight line. If the arm over the ear is too much, you can always modify it by taking the arm slightly angled up to the side. There you go. Inhale, come all the way back up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Extend triangle first. Hand to the top of the shin or to the floor. Right arm straight up. So check that alignment. The right arm should be vertical, stacking one over the other. Then take the right palm to face down and reach forward or slightly off to the side to modify that. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Stay here in plank or exhale, chaturanga. And then inhale, make your way into an up dog. So from plank, you can just roll over your toes and lift. Exhale, take it back to down dog. Start to walk your feet forward toward your hands. Feet together, knees together. Then bend the knees. Lift the head and lift the upper back through that straighter spine. Use the strength of the legs to come up through through a neutral spine. Hands together in prayer. Stepping on the left foot. Pick up the right foot. Steadying your balance here. Lift the right knee a little bit higher and hold it there. As high as you can, maintaining your balance. Lower the right knee a little bit to about parallel the floor with your thighs. Open it out to right side. Once you stabilize, lift the knee again. Lower back, draw back to center, and reach your right heel back behind you. Flex your foot. And to the best of your abilities, lift it as high as you can, activating your right glutes and your lower back. Step the right foot back down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Fingertips to the floor, bend the knees. Step the right foot back. Palms flat, step the left foot back. Lower all the way down to the belly. Reach your fingertips back, reach your toes back. On the inhale, lift the head and the upper back. Lift your feet, lift your thighs. Once you are balanced and stable here, then lift your hands and reach your fingertips back as well. Shalabhasana, locust pose. And release, hands alongside the rib cage, child's pose. All right, so for Rebecca, this could be a child's pose for you. You still get the stretch of the glutes in your lower back, you're just not extending the arms. All right, so that should mediate that discomfort on your right arm, right? Good. All right, lift back up, come onto your shins again. You're going to press to the tops of the feet and lift your feet using the strength of your quads. On the exhale, slowly lower, but not all the way down, you're still hovering. A little bit lower, almost all the way down, right? And then lift. Exhale, lower, almost all the way down. And then lift 5 times, 3 more. Lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Lower and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Step the right foot forward, slow lunge. Left foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Bend the knees, rise up chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. It'll be a side view this time. Hands together in prayer. That's right, thank you. Once you steady your balance, lift the left knee a little bit higher. Holding it there. Lower the left knee to about parallel the floor with thighs and open out to left side and lift. Lower again, draw back to center. As you point the knee down, flex your left foot and reach it back and lift as high as you can. Activating your left glutes, your lower back. Release, stepping your left foot down, chair, exhale, dive forward. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back, Lower all the way down to the belly. This time, bend the knees, reach for your feet. Now, if you're not able to do the bow pose, which is binding hand to feet, then come back to your locust pose. Right? On the inhale, when you're ready, lift the head, lift the upper back, lift your feet, lift your thighs, and kick back strongly. And start to release. Make your way back to child's pose once again. All right, lift back up. This time, you're going to stay on your knees and tucking your toes. Come to a vertical line. So one straight plank, a plane, okay, like a one straight plank forward, okay, arms alongside. Toes are tucked under for support. Keep everything one straight line. Lean back. Try not to back bend. Try not to forward bend. And lift all the way back up to vertical. If you're strong in your quads and your core and your lower back to go even further back, you can go to 45. If you're really strong, you can go even lower, okay? All right, we'll take 5. Starting again. Lean back and lift. Lean back and lift. Lean back and lift. Lean back and lift. This time, lean back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. Hello, right? Quads. All right, down dog. I saw this in a photograph in the New York Times, maybe about 20 years ago or so. And they trained the military in Taiwan by digging a hole in the sand, putting the legs into the hole, and taking the incline or the decline and holding for who knows how long. Inhale, step the left foot forward, low lunge, right foot forward, standing forward bend. Bend the knees, rise up, chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee for tree pose, so the right foot in the left leg. And once you're steady, arms up and out. And that's just going up and down 5 times and holding, right? Can you imagine if you have to hold that for a minute? And for those of you who have ever done a wall sit, that is like torture. I would imagine it's similar to that. Yoga is torture. Interesting. 3 more breaths. Take the hands together in prayer. Draw the right knee forward. Stay on the left leg. Flex your right foot and just reach forward and hold. Step the right foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Fingertips to floor, bend the knees and step the left foot back for crescent moon. Left knee comes down. If you need extra padding, take extra padding. You can also roll your mat, left side towards center to double up your mat, whatever you need. And walk your hands to the top of the thighs, lunge forward. Press your hands into your thighs to lean the upper torso back. Feel free to stay here, supporting with your hands, or if you're ready to free up your hands for Venus Mudra, you can do that. And you have the wrong leg forward. Yep. to left foot back. Two more breaths. And let's release your hands to the inside of the right foot. Then turn the right toes out, turn the right thigh out, about 30 to 45 degrees over to the right side. Walk your left hand a little bit wider off your mat, so now you are in a wider triangle in which you're balancing. Now keep the hips moving straight forward, right? Try not to fall off to the side of the leg. Straight forward, so you continue with the stretch into your quads. The rotation happens from the spine, rotating to the right, and take the right hand back behind you to your lower back. Once you have that, think about the front of the right shoulder drawing back in space, by using the leverage of the right hand to your lower back. All right, keep the pelvis leaning straight forward. Try not to fall off to the side. Looking good, guys. Really good. Square back to center. Take your hands to the floor. And then walk your hands forward about a foot or so and lower your forearms. This is your lizard pose. So again, hips are moving straight forward. Try not to roll off to the side of the leg or the hip. Now, if you're not so flexible and you need a block, you can use your blocks. If you don't have blocks and you cannot take the forearms down, you can just keep your arms extended and just lean the hips forward. That is a good option. Looking good, guys. All right, so this lizard pose, it is a hip opener. I'll give you about another 3 or 4 breaths here. For those of you who want to amp this up a little bit, keep the top of the left foot to the floor, but pick up the left knee and extend the left toes back. Now, as you pick up the left knee, still with the hips moving forward and downward. So still going deeper with the lunging, but without the left knee supporting, it's a lot more demanding on the stretch and the flexibility of the front of the left leg. All right, start to release. Left knee comes back down. Lift the elbows back up. Walk your hands back in. Turn the right toes forward. Frame your right foot with your hands. Pyramid. Tuck the left toes under. Now, if you're too wide here, right, with your stance, you can always walk the back foot in a little bit so that when you lengthen the right leg, you're looking for full extension if you can. Fully supporting with the hands to either side of your right foot. All right, if you can't touch down comfortably, you can take both hands to your shins, and then like with this, hopefully you find enough balance. Right, if you don't have any props with you. Then start to bend the front knee, half moon. If you're using the right hand to block, right hand comes forward about a foot, a little off to right side, so it's a slight diagonal. Tip forward, just balance on the right leg, right arm, reach your left arm up. So you're not using a block, you're on your fingertips, but you're light on the right fingertips as you raise your left arm straight up. So then straight up, there you go. Now if that's too high, you can always make it one lower, right? And in that way, you can use your arm with a little bit more extension. All right, start to step it back. Warrior two. Then lengthen out the right leg. Turn the right toes to the left side. So toes are pointing there to the left side. Check for symmetry. So you want your left and your right side to be symmetrical. And you also want your toes to be just a little bit closer than your heels. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift into a back bend, slightly leaning back, looking up. Then come back to vertical. If you need to bend your knees a little bit to hinge at the hips to draw forward, go ahead. Again, keep thinking neutral spine. Once your hands touch down, then you can re-lengthen the spine, re-lengthen your legs, and then hinging at the hips, bending at the elbows. Continue to look for lengthiness, neutral spine as you draw forward. Keep strongly grounding through the heels as well as your toe mounds. So you should be equally pressurized between the fronts of the feet and the backs of the feet. So you should not be leaning back, you should not be leaning forward. It should be about equal throughout the entire foot. All right, so with both hands supporting, start to bend your left knee and draw the seat toward the left heel. You do not have to come all the way down. So as you draw the weight over toward the left heel, you're stretching the inner right thigh, inner right hip. Take it back to center. I think Andrew and Vinny, if you can widen your feet just a little bit, you'll probably get more out of this pose. All right, both hands supporting. Other side. Bend your right knee, draw toward the right heel, getting the inner left thigh stretch, inner left hip stretch. Right, does that feel better, guys? Yeah, right? Whereas before you didn't feel that much. It didn't look like you were feeling that much. All right, come back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Bend your left knee, draw the seat toward the left heel. If you have a little bit more range, maybe go a little bit deeper. Take it back to center. Let's go to the right side. So go as deep as you did on the left side, the best you can. All right, so since we're going one more, you know that you can go deeper, right? Come back to center. Now, to the left side again. Go as deep as you can. Take it back up. Go to the right side. Bend your right knee. Go as deep as you can to the right side. Take it back up to center. So, with both hands supporting, if you need to walk your feet back in just a little bit, you can. All right, so coming out of the pose safely and mindfully. With both hands supporting, bend at the knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Then lift the head and the upper back, so you're coming through a more neutral spine. Shift the weight back towards your heels, and then lift the upper torso through the strength of the legs, and come back to warrior 2. Turning your right toes back forward all the way. Yes. Reverse warrior, and then hands to your floor. Right foot stepping back. Chaturanga up dog, down dog. Or straight back to down dog if you want to skip the push-ups. Inhale, step the right foot forward, low lunge, left foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Take it up, chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, tree pose, second side. 2 more breaths. Then take the hands together in prayer. Draw the left knee forward, extend the left heel, and hold. Now, if you feel your torso leaning back, think about coming back to vertical. That might also force you to engage the lower core a little bit to lift that left leg. All right, step the left foot back down, chair. Dive forward, fingertips to floor, bend the knees, and step the right foot back, crescent moon, right knee comes down. Take extra padding if you need with blankets, double folding your mat, towels, etc. Then walk your hands to the top of the thighs and lunge your hips forward. Once you have that, either make a decision to stay here supporting with hands or arms up, Venus Mudra. Two more deep breaths. And release your hands to the floor, to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left toes out at an angle. Left foot and left thigh turns out about 30 to 45 degrees. Walk your right hand a little bit wider. So again, try not to roll to the side of the leg, but instead, hips straight forward. With that quad stretch, hips are level. Start to rotate into the spine. Raise your left arm up and behind you, half bind. Once you have your left hand to your low back, think about the front of the left shoulder, drawing up and back to get deeper into the rotation and stretch into the front of the left shoulder. All right, release, square back center, hands to the floor. Then walk your hands forward about a foot. And then gently lower your forearms to the floor, or if you're using blocks, as you did on the first side, if you don't have any props, but you also can't take the forearms down, you can walk your hands slightly further forward. Just keep your arms extended. Hips are moving forwards and downwards. This is your lizard pose. This is hip opening. I said the key to flexibility is to take the poses and just hold it. And with every subsequent breath, you're looking for more and more depth as you continue to breathe into the poses and letting the muscles release and your joints release. Right? That's the key to your flexibility. As you're gaining flexibility, you're also gaining strength because you are actually holding a lot of energy, right, as you lean. Now, those of you who went further to amp it up, keep the right toes pointed, lift the right thigh off the floor, and keep leaning the hips forwards and downwards. All right, take the right knee back down, lift the elbows back up, walk your hands back in. Turn the left toes back forward. Frame your left foot with your hands, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. If you need to walk the foot in a little bit to shorten your stance, you can do so. You just want a very stable forward fold over a lengthened left leg. Frame your left foot with your hands either side and support evenly as you fold forward. So here you go with the hamstring flexibility pose here. Right, so you may notice that when you first went into the pose, maybe it wasn't fully extended. But as you breathe into this pose, allowing the muscles to release, the left leg gets lengthier and lengthier. All right, bend the left knee, ground the back heel. Half moon, left hand forward about a foot, tip forward, left hand forward about a foot and a little off the left side. Using the left hand to block if you want. So Vinny, think about pressing into your left big toe really strongly. Right? Because you have a tendency to roll to the outside of the left foot, right? So you press into your toe strongly, into the inner heel strongly. That brings you back to center. Right? So think about that. If you're falling behind you, then you need to step more strongly to the inner foot to draw back to center. All right, start to break, step it all the way back for warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg, turn the left toes to right side. And again, organize your feet. If you need to go a little bit wider, if you need to come in a little bit, look for a distance that makes you feel like, okay, I feel something to the outer legs and the hips. I feel like I'm still very strong and stable. Hands to the hips, lift up. Then come back to neutral on the exhale. Through that neutral spine, hinge at the hips, bend your knees if you need. Take the hands to the floor first to stabilize. Then re-lengthen your spine, readjust that, and then bend the elbows, hinge at the hips, and take it forward into your forward fold. So from wherever you are, everyone, with your hands supporting on the floor, inhale, lengthen your spine a little bit more. Maintain that lengthiness, and then bend at the elbows, hinge at the hips. Think about the heart center and the head moving toward the floor to lengthen. So Shaquille, did you not feel that so much more lengthier? So with that correction, you just look like coming forward. You're getting so much more length to the back of the legs and through your spine. Because before you made the adjustment, you just look a little bit too comfortable. Yeah. Now you're activated, you're lengthened, and then with that lengthiness and you're using resistance, it just feels probably a lot lengthier for you, right? It looks a lot more lengthy. All righty, let's break. So with your hands on the floor, if you need to adjust and go a little bit wider again, okay? We're going to do those side-to-side things as we did on the first round, but this time we're going to flip onto the heel of one leg. You're going to bend your right knee, flip to the heel of the left foot, and to the best of your abilities, go as low as you can. Now, if you have to shift to your tiptoes, then keep your hands supporting. But if you're able to keep the heel down, keep the heel down. All right, with the hands supporting, gently start to lift back up and take the front foot back down to the floor, and you're going to switch directions. And flip the other heel up. Ultimately, what you're looking for in this pose is to keep the heel down to the floor. Right? Of course, if your Achilles and your ankles don't have that flexibility, you have to stay on tiptoes, and that's what you have to do, right? But in time, as you repeat this, what you're looking for is the ability to draw the heel flat to the floor. Right? It might have to take a lot of time, For those of you who don't have that mobility, for others of you, maybe you do have it, you just are not quite there yet, right? And then you can maybe quickly get into it. All right, start to make your way back up. So let's come back and draw your feet back in a little bit if you went a little bit wider. So with your hands supporting, bend at the knees with the feet dropped a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back. Through a straighter spine, shift the weight back toward your heels and come up through the strength of your quads. Warrior 2, turn the left toes back forward. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back. You can just go back to down dog or take a vinyasa of chaturanga, up dog, down dog, your choice. All right, so these push-ups, these chaturangas, right, and what we call generically vinyasa, which is chaturanga, up dog, down dog. If you've taken enough already and you don't want to take any more, straight back to down dog. You can skip them. All right, walk your feet forward towards your hands. Bend at the knees, lower the feet down, extend the legs forward with your hands supporting, lower onto your back. Then hug the left knee in, left arm stays out to a T and twist to the right. Take it back to center, switch legs, switch arms, twist the other direction. Back to center again, hug both knees in. Then go ahead, step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, Shavasana, kind of relaxation. Let the feet separate, toes are turned out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. Let everything release, let the floor support. Begin to draw the breath back in. Start to move the fingers and the toes, reaching the arms overhead, stretching in opposite direction. And when you're ready, go over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Reconnecting to an even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale from. together in prayer, bowing forward, feeling in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for sharing your practice with me. I appreciate your time. Please visit again my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment. Simha Yoga Lab is the handle. 4-digit ID code is 8096. Online classes are $10. If you're having a difficult time, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and then the videos are uploaded to my YouTube channel. Simha Yoga Lab is the channel. Go ahead and visit any of those platforms or classes 24/7. Thank you for your time.